Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Daily Crypto Plan. I'm Paul J from Crypto Traders Arena. It's Friday again. Let's start as usual. Let's go and review the Bitcoin on higher time frame, and we'll go from there. Morning, everyone. Morning. Let's start. So, Bitcoin, like I suggested a couple of days ago, after a big drop like this, we can consolidate a long period of time. Beginners will lose their money here in a small range. Why? They all try to anticipate breakouts, up and down, when actually the market is just going sideways in a small range. For the moment, the range is $4,000. For scalpers is enough. For day traders, okay. For swing traders and position traders, nothing. You cannot trade something like that. I'm suspecting the same pattern like here, just the volatility a bit lower. Let's see what will happen. Nothing new I could tell you from Monday, for example. Yeah? Well, we dumped, okay, and we are consolidating. We'll stay here until the market will decide to go up or down. I don't know if we'll go to 69 and then dump, or will be weak enough to dump from this level. We'll see. Now, that's Bitcoin, nothing special from yesterday. Ethereum is looking the same. Yeah? You can see the range is even smaller. Ethereum for the moment is even weaker than Bitcoin. Can we go and test 1,500? Of course we can. Can we accept below? Yes. And if we accept on daily, weekly candle, we accept below 1,500, guess what is the next level? We have an intermediate one here, but 1,000. Hopefully we'll not get there, depending on what you want. If you want to buy cheap Ethereum, well, then you want $1,000. If you have a lot of Ethereum and you are hoping for a bounce, that's something else. Okay, so nothing new here. Nothing I could tell you about Ethereum today. Total market cap is fighting 2 trillion here. It's pretty obvious. Bitcoin dominance is still fighting 60% like yesterday. We are bouncing now. Let's see what will happen when we'll touch 60%. We'll M out again, and if we'll produce another M on daily time frame in a short reload zone or 60%, we can safely draw this short reload zone. There you go. Can you see it? If we'll M out in this area and we'll see a daily M, maybe you have a chance for some altcoins to pump. Okay. That's dominance. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Pretty simple. Yeah. This candle wanted a retest. We did that retest. 50% of it. Can we form a symmetrical triangle? Can we dump even more? I think we can stay a little bit here and then dump more. But I don't have a W. It's too low for me to even think to short here. So just watching from the sidelines. Okay, classic chart. Yeah, you can see the same patterns here. We created we SFU this low, but I don't think it's enough. We can do even more than that. We had the scenario here. I was hoping for a better bounce, but overall thinking was okay. Luckily, we managed to make money on the downside, on Bitcoin, on Ethereum. We made money last week. This week, if the market will consolidate, we'll just stay on the sidelines, most likely. Next week, if the range will continue to be small and stay here and consolidate more, we'll stay on the sidelines even more. Okay, good morning. Now, still expecting a bottom in October. People are still asking. Yeah, I don't see why not. It's a scenario that could work really nicely here. Now, some shit coins, or let's go on traditional market first. Go on 1 day. There you go. We said about a bounce on ES. We are bouncing now. We bounced in the dump chaser zone. We bounced 38.2 to 50%. We expected that bounce. Now in this area, I think it's okay-ish to try to hunt short ideas. Can we get even higher in the short reload zone? Let's put a 61.8. Let's see. Where do we have the 61.8? We don't have it? Well, let's put a 78.6 then. Yeah. So we can bounce here. It's possible. Hopefully we'll not get above that level. But even here in the dump chaser zone, I think it's good enough to hunt short ideas. You saw the Trump post yesterday. Everyone was, well, Trump is posting bullish. Your TA is not working. No, our TA is still working. With or without Trump, we can still make money. Now, that being said, okay. Now, what we can do here, we can wait for a setup on, let's go on 1 hour. Let's see what we have. We already have some M's. Can you see them? Let's see what will happen in the New York session. But even now, before the London session, you can see the M's trying to form. You can see the weakness trying to get here. If you go on lower time frame, you'll see it even better. So, something to think about. Why I'm telling you to do that now in the London session if you are trading traditional market? Well, because it's Friday. And if you manage to frame a setup now, that setup has time to get to your take profit, hopefully, until the end of the day. Friday, we should be more careful what we are doing. Because at the end of the day, we should be completely on the sidelines. In traditional market, it's not wise to keep the trades open over the weekend. You don't know what will happen until Monday. So, acceptable to trade here. If the market will bounce even higher, then it will be even better. Retesting this candle a bit better. We'll see. Gold bounced. We have a gap trying to form here. Okay, you can see here. We have a gap, and now we have another gap. We'll get some volatility on gold, seems like. We'll get some. We SFU this level. Someone even pinpointed this SFU. The trade is already on a lower time frame on the other template. Can we bounce here? 4,400, 4,500? Yeah, possible. I still consider gold weak. Don't get me wrong. But we can bounce. We can bounce. Okay. Oil. It's going down, seems like, for the moment. We are exiting the symmetrical or the triangle. I'm not interested to trade this one or to even look too deeply on this one until we'll reach this area, this gap. ZEC. If you remember about ZEC, I said something about a trade here on lower time frame. It's going sideways. Can we go one more round here in the short reload zone and then dump? Yes, we can, but to be honest, this one looks weak. Look at it. This one looks like wants to go down. Going down in the long reload zone, and if I'll zoom out again on daily, even weekly, there are some levels, 200 and below 200. My target for an AB equals CD here is $100. Will get even lower? Most probably yes. In this bear market, we can see prices that if someone will tell us now, we'll not believe those prices. It's just the beginning, people. Bit, if you remember this one, I put it here. Look at the house levels. We even tested the last one. Now, if you get a retest here at $10, maybe it's worth the time and effort to put a short. Maybe, just maybe. Let's put a 4-hour chart. Let's see what we have. There you go. Now, because you have a dump here, you can think something like this. Either SFU, either short reload zone. That's something else. There you go. Candle body highs for trade location. That could be nice. Shark setup. Yes, that could be something. And that's something I want to pay attention now, because we have the move up, we have the rejection. You can see from 10.5 to $7, 6.8. And now at the bounce here, it's worth my time and effort to pay attention. Either I take a shark, either I'll take the SFU if will be the case. But you get the idea. Okay. So that's the higher time frame perspective, people. Calendar, we have Michigan consumer sentiment in the New York session. Well, it's a high impact news, so pay attention if you are a day trader. Going on lower time frame, well, range. I was hoping for lower. No, this time no. Ugly price action here, you can see. Down, up, violently flat overall. You can see it's a $3,000, $4,000 range overall. Hard to trade. You can see here we have the shark and the market is dumping. The problem is before the London session. Is just slightly below the equal highs here. So I have the SFU level drawn here. If the market, like I said yesterday, if the market will touch that level, that is a level I want to pay attention. If will form an SFU setup, I'll take it. So far, it's playing the fib pong in a small range, and it's really hard to trade, people. When we have levels, when I see opportunities, I'll tell you I see opportunities. Like I told you a couple of weeks ago, I'm not worried about missing the long, I'm worried about missing the short. And I want to get in a short position when the market will dump. I want to participate. Now I'm telling you that we have a range and it's ugly. It's not my problem if you believe me or not, if you see it or not. It's your money. I'm not your financial advisor. Do whatever you want. What I know from my experience is that most of the people, beginners, intermediate, they'll lose most of the money in a small range. Not in a dump, not in a pump. In a small range, anticipating breakouts. Over and over again. They lose a trade, they revenge, they try to compensate, they put more risk. The market is fucking around in a small range, they lose that trade also. And they try even more. They repeat that process over and over again. Emotions take over until they destroy their accounts. Don't be one of those guys. If you are in Crypto Traders Arena, or if you are watching just this episode from the live streams, don't fuck around when you see a small range. Don't anticipate breakouts. Stay the fuck out. That's the best solution if you don't have experience. If you have experience, you can play the range game. So, assuming the range, if you assume the range, you know, well, here I should short, here I should long. People on Twitter will say breakdowns, breakouts, up and down. I'll play the range. But you need a bit of experience to know how to play it. If you are a beginner and you don't know too much, stay out. Don't lose an entire account or 50% from your account just because you anticipated, you believe the Moon Boys. Breakout. No breakout, fake out. Here in this area, we should look for short ideas, indeed. If you manage to take this YAM, for example, this shark, well, you should get risk-free soon enough. I'm not in a trade at the moment on Bitcoin. I'm just waiting on the sidelines. Ethereum, similar. You can see the big range, yeah, $200 range, and the Monday range. We got in the short reload zone. We didn't touch the shark level, and we are dumping. But actually, it's a small range. You can see it's going up and down, up and down. Hype, I was hoping for a better bounce here. There's still time. Maybe we'll bounce in this area somewhere. I saw someone even posting, well, I shorted hype. Well, if you shorted hype and you'll get 1 hour, get risk free. At least you eliminate the risk and then you can see what will happen next. Solana fucking around in a small range. Weak, to be honest, nothing to do on this one. Yes, on 1 hour, we are back in the Monday range. You can see I put an alarm for VIP at this SFU level, SFP level actually. If we'll bounce here, it's worth the time and effort to pay attention. I see this W here. This W is trying to tell us that we'll test the Monday high. Maybe not this time, maybe we'll go back down. I don't know, but usually we got back in the range. We have a W, kind of a fake out. Trump was posting bullish news yesterday. Today is Friday, favorite day of Trump to post up and down to move the market just before the close. So be careful. One level I want to see is this one. If we'll SFU this level, then okay. Okay, so that's yes. This one is looking similar. SFU of this level. Maybe you can even think something like this. In the short reload zone here, maybe NM. You can see the same pattern here. W's here. So, gold. Yesterday we discussed about a setup. I said this is not the best risk to reward. You can see SFU of this level. W's here. I told you if you want to take it, maybe you can frame a better setup than what I framed here. Because to target the Monday low, you'll get 1.6R, which is not the best. If you are targeting this one, the Monday high, then yeah, okay, you have more than 2R. So I don't know, if you are in this trade, I'm not trading traditional market. I just saw the potential for a reversal here with this W at this key point. So we had location, we had bullish divergence, and we had structure. We had 3 different reasons to think reversal here and take this trade. If you took this trade, you should be risk free. You got 1 hour already. You should be at least risk free. Okay. Anything else? Well, not too many things to say. Let's go back on Bitcoin. Even if I want to scalp people, to scalp on 1 minute, what I should do here? It's hard to trade. Why? You are in a short reload zone, but actually we are also in the middle of the Monday range. There are a lot of highs here to hunt, a lot of liquidity. 1, 2, 3, 4. At any point in time, we can go straight up, take those levels, take this SFU, and then dump. So it's dangerous to short here, to long here. I could long here? No. Location is bad for long. So probably it's better to just wait for those levels. Wait for this SFU if it will happen. Wait for a sweep of the lows for a long. And just leave the market alone if it's in the middle of the range. Okay. That being said, let's see the chat. I don't see too many people in the chat. People are preparing for the weekend. They don't want to trade Friday, which is not bad. Friday usually is boring. Well, pay attention on this one. You can zoom in on, I don't know, 1 hour and even lower. And see what happens here. Okay? It's up to you if you want to do something or not. It's dangerous. Don't play more than 0.5 or 1%. If you are not a trader, a sharp trader, don't touch it. Okay? NPC. Let's take a look at NPC. I'll look on daily. This one? Well, let's look at weekly. I don't see anything on daily. Let's see. Lower, lower, and even lower. Well, what I can say about this one? It's going lower. And don't tell me this cannot go lower. You can add a 0 here and you see how low we can go. You can add 2 zeros here. Weekly W's. Show me sideways and weekly W's, and then you can think about buying. You are buying falling knives here. Yeah. So no double bottom, no weekly W's, nothing I can do. This one could go to close to 0. So if I don't see anything in the price structure, no. Look at the OBV, look at the RSI, look at the MACD, nothing. Nothing at all. We should wait. Okay. Doesn't have any spot. Well, you have time to get a lot of spot. Aero. You see a weekly W? Where the fuck you see the weekly W, man? You had a weekly W, but that one played out already. Where is the weekly W? Let the market consolidate. Look at this candle. Needs a deeper retest. Wait. Be patient. You had a weekly W, but that one played out already. Now it's dumping back down. We'll probably retest the lows. Wait for the next weekly W. Or test of the lows to use a little old lady to buy as low as possible and sell half on a double, and then you get a risk-free position. Algo. Let's see Algo. I wanted to finish this live stream a bit earlier, but seems like you have a different opinion about that, people. Well, let's remove the drawings. Nice location, but that's it, an Algo. Nice location, but that's it. Will create new lows? Most probably. So, sorry people. We just begin the bear market. Well, we can bounce here, but we just begin the bear market and the Algo is already at the lows. What will happen when Bitcoin, for example, will go in October to 40K? What will happen with Algo? Okay, if you slowly dollar cost average, Matija, yeah, it's good. The lower it goes, the better for you. Dollar cost average properly. Some people don't even know how to dollar cost average. Dollar cost average with a plan, a specific points in time, with the same amount of money, not the same amount of coins. And the lower it goes, the better it is for you. Yeah? Remember me to discuss in a New York live stream or something. Yeah, thank you. I noticed that. You said 20 minutes. You said, well, let's keep you 30 minutes. You're not allowed to leave 1 minute before. Ah, okay. Fair enough. So, Algo, yes. Location wise, nice, but people, this one looks bad. Looks bad. It's already at the lows and the bear market just started. If you are thinking for 4-year cycle, imagine. And if you look at the market cap, you'll have a surprise. You'll see the Algo is at the all-time low, but the market cap is not at the all-time low. Why is that? You get the idea? 4 hour. 4 hour chart, huh? Okay. 4 hour chart. What? Do you see any W? I don't see any W. Nothing. Not even confirmed bullish divergence on OBV or something. We have a bit of MACD, a bit of RSI, but we're pathetic. No. For the moment, no. Yeah, could bounce all of the sudden, yes, but I don't see a setup here, Dimitri. Sorry. People, I'm not your financial advisor. Do whatever you want. Take whatever coin you want. Buy it, sell it, do whatever you want. If you ask me, I'll give you my opinion. If I will trade that one, if I will take that setup, then my answer is no. That is not a financial advice. It's not something, well, don't take it. No, I don't want to take it. I don't see a setup. Could this one go to Valhalla until tomorrow? Who the fuck knows? Disappointing on algo last cycle, people. If I put the ink back, you'll see that it's on road to financial freedom, this one. Yeah. This one, it's on the road to financial freedom. Look at it. Look at it. We managed to get buy here, sell half on a double. We sold half on a double. And 2 times. I still have those risk-free position, but nothing after that. That was the top, actually. So you can see 0.5 here, 0.5 here. Huh? You can see it? Bought at $20, 20 cents. Sold at 40 cents now. No, let's wait. It's too early to even start a dollar cost averaging plan for me or a little old lady, to be honest. Maybe for new coins, maybe. But for the old shit coins, no. They need to consolidate. Well, it's Crypto Traders Arena. Inside of Discord from time to time on Premium, for example, we look at the entire market when is the case where someone wants. But for this live stream, usually I don't go. The only thing I do is look at ES. I don't look at. Let's do an exception, and that's the last one, Alexandro. Let's see what you have here. Looks buyable to you. Why it's looking so buyable? In 2024 was $1. Now it's $40. Earnings positive, earnings negative, earnings expected. Why is looking so buyable to you? Because not for me, actually, not at all. Okay. Let's put a classic. No, let's put an altcoin reload on UTE, the 8.6, because I know why. Look at it. You need consolidation like this. You need weekly W's. You need 7.8.6. You need even lower. Yeah, so in this area, let's put this one. This one will tell you. Yeah, you can see the POC is here. Actually, no, it has volume all the way up. No, not for me. Too many M's, too big M's here. Look, this is a big M. This is a big M. This is another big M. Yeah, could bounce here, yes. But you are late at the party. Yeah, some people talked about this one here. They bought and they made money. They bragged about it. You saw it. You didn't get an entry. They sold. You have M's. Needs to consolidate and start over again. Something like this, most likely. And this is the area where you want to fuck around and use little old lady. To buy it here, why? As a trade, you want to take a trade to get this bounce? Because you have this big candle? It's possible, but it's a setup. It's just a trade. To buy and hold? No, this is not a good level. Okay? So, if you want to take a setup, but if the market will go below this level, get the fuck out and it's done. Risk 1% or whatever you want and that's it. It's not what I'll do. Hoping for a bounce here. If the bounce is pathetic or doesn't happen and goes down here, well, you should wait for weekly W's. So no, as a buyer, as an investor, I don't see the opportunity there. Close enough, but even if I put the long reload zone, classic one, yeah, you need to wait for proper W's here. Don't think that first attempt of a W will produce a new all-time high. No. You need the same. Probably, I don't know, at 78.6 will happen. We will have the W's, the weekly W's, maybe a bit lower. Look at the equal lows here. Idea is after these patterns here, you need to wait a long period of time. A long period of time. You want to see what will happen? Something like this will happen. Look at it. People get FOMO'd. Smart insider sold. You are here. You are trying to buy here. And after this will happen. Look at what happened last time. Look what is happening now. And anticipate what will happen next. Okay, people, that's about it. The internet connection is not the best. We have some storms here. Hopefully today I'll be able to keep all the live streams. Okay. I still see warnings from YouTube Studio. That being said, people, it's Friday. Protect your capital. If you see clear setups, SFU or dump all of the sudden and you manage to get along, then yes. In and out really fast if it's possible. Get the fuck out until the weekend. Enjoy the weekend. Recharge for the next week. See the range as a range. Don't fuck around and think it's a breakout. Yeah, let's put 4-hour chart. You'll see it better. Yeah, that's the image you want to see. Big drop, consolidation. Here is dangerous to play. Only scalpers and sharp day traders will make money. Beginners lose a lot of money here. That being said, let's call it a live stream. Hit the repost, hit the like, hit whatever you want if you enjoyed this live stream. If not, hit the dislike 2 times. Capo 1. At the end of the day, we have the last live stream to see your trades. See you at the end of the day. But before that, we have the New York session. Hopefully, I'll be able to make it. Okay. See you next time, people.